Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our Halloween special Shadow Whispers in the Night. We have always fabulous our Tracy Day with us. We are here. We are here. This is the 30th of October. It is our season. We have
I'm dripping blood.
She's dripping blood.
We
have some fantastic guests with us tonight. I might not be able to read any comments, but I can, but I just have no glasses on me. But
yeah, she cheated.
Well, I mean, like, hello. Hi, Tan. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween to you too. I did it. It took me all evening. It took me all afternoon and evening to do it.
You liar. You didn't do it.
Just a little. I have to bring in our guests. I have to bring them in. We have fantastic guests. You're gonna know who they are. So I'm gonna bring in. I know Adam said to me earlier on today that he was going off somewhere, but he couldn't tell me where. So I think they let him go for a few hours. So hopefully they kind of let him go for a few hours. So we're gonna check him and check in. So we're gonna bring Adam in. Hopefully he's there. Adam, are you there? I don't think he got it.
You trying to probe me?
Leave Adam alone. Bring him back.
We need him back.
Well, hello.
Oh, Adam.
Hello. Welcome. Now, what's your friend's name?
What was that?
What is your friend's name?
Elon.
Elon. Hi, Elon. Are you great for Elon to join us as well for tonight? Thanks, Elon.
As in Elon Musk.
Close.
We have another guest in here. Oh my God, they told me their name, but the Sanguine. Are you here tonight? The Sanguine? Are you about? Can you join us? The Sanguine. Oh my God.
Oh geez, it's the blood.
The love.
I came protected.
I can't believe you took that up, Tracy. Look at me dressed up and I say, don't do that. The Sanguine, how are you today?
Thirsty.
Okay. And then we have a silent guest coming in as well. They don't say a lot. They don't want to talk, but we're going to see if we can pull some words out of them tonight. Good evening. Good evening.
Mommy!
Welcome, Claire. Welcome, Claire. I've got tears in my eyes. I swear to God, I've got tears in my eyes. You're all crazy, So, hi, Clown. Thank you for joining us. Look at this thumbs up. This is
I couldn't even see the thumbs because it's so black.
So, happy Halloween Eve, everyone.
Oh, I'm looking at the teeth down the bottom of the screen.
You're looking at what?
I'm looking at the teeth.
I've got tears. I swear to God, I've got tears in my eyes. Tracy, look at you. Oh, good God. I can't. So anybody got planned? Thank you for joining us tonight. Apart from that, thank you for joining us tonight on Halloween Eve.
Oh. Nighttime is my favorite time.
I love Clown.
I was going to say, what time is your favorite? And why is nighttime your favorite time? The sun.
Well, because I burst into flames in the daytime, darling. It's uncomfortable.
Do you glitter?
I do. I do. Oh, you mean? Oh, no. No.
When the sun hits you, do you glitter and shimmer?
No, I burst into flames. And at nighttime, I just shine.
Oh, wow. And what's your favorite thing to eat?
People.
Hi, how are you?
Now. Oh, mind you, it's gone 9 o'clock. You're all right.
I'm always hungry.
Well, okay over here. It's after 9 o'clock. Oh, my. And Adam, do you want to introduce your friend to everyone?
This Adam?
Yes. Oh, yes, Adam. Yes, yes.
Well, all right. Well, this is Elon. He's come a long way, as you can tell, and he's a little touchy feely for my life, but you know.
You're not complaining.
Has he probed you?
No.
See, we have boundaries, and that's one boundary I told him. You know.
You're not allowed to probe me.
I have a question for the alien. What does Adam taste like? Mm.
You don't say a goddamn thing. All right.
I can't with you guys tonight. Honest to God, I just can't. Oh my gosh. And now let's talk. I want to talk to the clown. How are you doing today?
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
I feel you.
Are we going to do yes, no answers all night? Are you
He
a
wants to
happy
get the
clown?
Ouija board and use it on your chest.
I feel like we need a whole interrogation of this clown.
Oh.
Oh, are you a happy or a sad clown? Thumbs up for happy,
Sad.
thumbs down for sad.
Oh,
You're a thumbs down. Well, we
woohoo!
gotta make you happy tonight. What can we do to make you happy? Please don't even answer that, because I can see telepathy is coming. I keep hitting my horns. Your telepathy is coming through. It's coming through.
The teeth. I am very attracted to the teeth, though. There's something familiar about them.
Really, really. What did you have to eat today for dinner?
Ooh, the clown.
Oh, Desangren. Can I use your point? Yes, you can, Stephen. Yes, you can. So, anybody got plans? We want to talk about investigations, anything, Halloween, how it started off, where it came from, why we still continue it, and so on.
We continue it because we look like this.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I know it started off in Ireland. No, and I did, and I'm going to be very real and honest with you. I just know it started off in Ireland, but I am going to read out.
You ask a Scotsman, they'll say it started in Scotland.
Well, of course. Of course. Well, a friend of mine, now Stuart, and Stuart has laryngitis, so he's supposed to join us tonight, but he couldn't. But he did send me a wee bit of a link and Samhain, and all my Irish friends, and please don't, give out to me of how it started off. But it did start off in Ireland. Oh my goodness. There's a lot up and about it. But we'll move on from that. And anyway, when the Irish had moved over to America, we had taken it with us. And I'm just a book of wealth. All my Irish friends are going to be watching and just saying, Jenny, I'm not coming to you for a history lesson. Because it's just lock it up. I will know about it later. I should know. So what do you all do for Halloween? How do you celebrate? Anyone? Celebrate.
Normally running around scaring people.
That's my normal day-to-day basis, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's every day.
Yeah.
That is me.
I think nowadays the Halloween day itself is good for children, and the month is where we come in. This is where we shine during like the whole month of October. But Halloween day is more of a children's day now.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna rob it off them and keep it.
What?
Rob Halloween off the little kids.
See, we over here, it's all adults. It's more adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here as well. It is for the children too, but we do take it to the extreme.
I feel like that here in the United States of America, it's hard to in America that we you take the kids around and give them candy and get them their candy just so you can get them to the babysitter so you can go out and do have your real fun. It's just like, here you have your candy, shut up, eat it, go away. I'm going to go out and have my real fun, And it also makes the adults a lot easier to hunt when they have been drinking.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
And really, so what time would you start hunting at the sanguine?
Sundown.
So Tracy, what happened to you?
What, tonight?
What happened? How you got all of these?
I literally just got a bottle of gel and went like that.
No, what happened?
Not the movie magic. What are your abrasions and bruises from? Your blood?
Yes, that's
me. I had this strange Irish vicar that tried to come after me. So I had a bit of a fight, you see. And I was
really
like that.
Oh my goodness, who won?
Me.
Good.
Yay. Never trust the vicar.
Never trust them. They're now in the back garden under the patio.
They're tricky little.
I can see. I think you left your gates open, Tracy.
No. Don't worry about them gates. Don't worry about those gates. That's something else that comes out of there.
So, Claire, Claire, how can we entice you to talk? Oh, dear
Mommy.
Did we hear something? Did he say mommy?
I said mommy. Mom. Look at the shoulders.
Did we get something from him?
Well, we got a bit of a chuckle.
No,
we got a belly laugh from him.
He just said Raymond's saying America lover, America. We're going to America. We're going to America. Get your candy and getting a beer. Why aren't we all lighting fireworks tonight too? Well, I know my neighbors, they light fireworks off and they do a great display. My dogs don't think too much of it.
No,
but they do it. So, oh my God, I keep hitting my horns. I'm not used to having horns.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they all say.
I'm not used to them showing. I'm not used to my horns showing.
Oh, give the clowns something to eat. Oh.
You were going to say your Shorn's hoeing, weren't you? You were.
Yeah. Yes, I was. Has anybody been on investigations lately?
No, but a good one coming up.
You have, Adam.
Yes, I actually went to the USS Salem in Massachusetts.
You did.
Ooh,
Tell us about that, because I was watching David and so on, and fabulous. Tell me what happened. Tell us what happened on that night.
Well, it was a public investigation, and so they had a bunch of Chris Sanders was there, David Childers was there, and basically it was amazing. I've been there before, and it wasn't that active, but that night was pretty wild. We heard somebody was humming, and then all we heard was a giant wave, and it sounded like it hit the side of the ship, but where the ship lays, there's no active waves. It's a bay. So
my God,
it was pretty interesting. It was a good time.
I seen Christine's video of it, and it. Oh my gosh, it was phenomenal.
Well, see, the thing with that ship is it's gigantic. It's huge. So you try to bring all that in and bask in it, and then trying to explore the entire thing. It's a lot. It's
massive. I remember doing a ship up in the HMS Caroline ship in Belfast, and it was bloody mind blowing. Like, we got the most best DVP from it down in the engine room.
Nice.
And oh my gosh, you know, I don't have the audio. Another team that I was on before many years ago, they have the audio, but it was God, I'd love to play it. It was great. It was
awesome. I got hit in the ass by a giant metal bulkhead door.
Did you really?
So how it was is me and investigator Michelle was looking down this long hallway, and it looked like a person kept on like peeking their head out, like down the hallway. So I was leaning down, and all of a sudden the bulkhead door swung back and then hit me right in my ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. And they're like, "Oh, is that you?" I'm like, "I was 6 inches from the door. There's no way I touched that door," and it just came back and smacked me.
That's pretty cool.
The ladies are kind of like, okay.
That's why I have him here, because he's trying to smack my ass now.
That's what I'm looking at him now.
Now he's got a guard. He's like, I have to hire someone. I need someone to guard my back, my ass. Like, so I need who better than a.
You look like this size compared to him.
He's protecting the ass pretty well.
Wow.
Where are you going to go?
Massaging his own glutes.
That's when someone gets pinned, isn't it?
Where are you going to go after this? What planet are you going to after this, Adam? Jesus, my glasses.
I cannot tell you.
One with a bit more sense.
So, this thing is.
Oh,
I'm getting swallowed up by it. Sorry.
Now, Clown, we're going to have to keep talking to you until you come through to us. You're going to have to say something. Look at this, Ismail. I'm going to end up saying to it'd be like to one of my kids, William. Okay, then. Okay. Did you say something?
Last week I was on an investigation.
Oh, we can hear you, but we can't understand you.
Uh-oh.
Your
I thought I heard him say Mazel Tov.
Open your mouth. Oh, you can't take your mask off to tell us, no?
You want to?
Do we want him to take his mask off to tell us about your investigation? Yes, and then you can put it back on. Oh no!
Oh my God! He just peeled his face off.
Put it back on.
Wow, that's a skill.
You guys are me. I'm leaving.
Your microphone is still muffy. It wasn't your mask. It's your microphone. Can you hear us? You can hear us. Oh yeah, he's coming. He's going to fix it again. So Tracy's out next as well. You're out on investigation soon.
Yeah, the 12th of November.
But can they talk about it?
No.
I'm out on...
I cannot talk about it. I don't know where I'm going.
I know.
It's fun.
I'm back out on the 12th of November to Redwood Castle, and that's my last investigation for this year.
Yeah.
Oh. But on the 10th of November, I'm going completely alone, as in driving, doing all the... I may be filming. I think I'm filming. But I'll be completely alone at a very haunted location in Western New York, kind of famous for its shenanigans and genuinely negative activity.
Oh, wow.
So I am both... I have a lot of excitement. And I've been doing a lot of planning since I will be completely alone. I want to be able to keep my head on straight. I'm not a screamer or a runner, but to keep my head on straight by really writing down everything that I want to do while I'm there. So if I can regroup myself by looking back at my little chart.
That would be awesome.
Oh, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's in the country. So when you're out there, you are truly alone. And so I don't know why I'm planning to do this, but I am, and it'll be November 10th, and I'm very excited. So,
oh my God. And so are you going to play, you're going to put it together and we can watch it?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to keep it off the network and put it on YouTube.
Okay. That's brilliant. I like that.
The Hinsdale house is actually pretty awesome. I love that place.
That's where I'm going.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And I'm going to do it alone. Yeah.
Is that Raymond said that? Yeah. The Hinsdale. So you're doing that place by yourself?
I am.
Good luck.
It's completely alone.
Would you say that was safe?
No, but that's one reason why I'm excited to do it.
To do it on your own. Oh my God. I tell you, I have to send.
It's kind of stupid, actually.
I was just thinking that.
That's not
well, I have a history. Of course, I have a history with the entities there, and somebody said something to me that I cannot get over in an EVP, and so I'm going back to just have a little chit chat personally, just me and the entity, and see what happens.
Do you not feel that on that level there should be someone else just in case? Because we are all about. I know what we all do.
Yeah.
But there is still that side of staying safe.
I do know people that are about 20 minutes away, so at Wildwood. Oh, really? So
I live in Rhode Island, but I'm not that far from there. I can always go there. It's always good to have a team with, not a team, another person,
someone there
just on standby that's close enough to you.
Mm-hmm. I have someone a couple hours away, but then, like I say, about 20 to 30 minutes away are the folks that own the Wildwood Sanitarium, and
Okay.
hooked up with them. And then Dan has run, there's cameras that he has that he can turn on at any time. So I'm going to let them know that I am going to be alone. So if he feels like it, or the lady that runs the cameras wants to peek in and make sure I'm still kicking and not floating 3 feet above the floor.
Dan's a great guy too. So
I think as well, I know people say you have people to go with for safety as well. And that's totally understandable. But I think as well, kind of waking senses up a little bit, getting your own thing and documenting all of it by yourself. It's an okay thing to do as well. I mean, going into, say, abandoned buildings which are not safe.
Yeah.
It's not okay because of the oldness of it. Yeah. But to go into a location that it's a safe building to go into. I mean, safety as in yourself if anything happens to you regarding the investigation.
I will be in a warm house. How about that, with a locked door? So there's that.
Yeah.
Also, that place is booked every day of the year. There will be a team arriving the next day. So it's not like I will be, just lingering there for days, doing whatever. But I know it's not, everybody would caution me against it. And I've kind of thought about that a lot. And I decided to do it anyway. As my brother would say, because I'm stupid, I guess. But I'm going, and it's going to be exciting. But the clown's back.
Yeah, agreed. Stay safe, no matter what. Stay safe. Hiya, Sherry. Stay safe, and when people, when you, like I keep saying, when you go to a location and say if anything happened, like negative things happen to you there, I think it's not that we can control all of it. But I do think that we know when we don't feel well, we don't feel okay, it's to leave. I mean, I get that. I
always get in my truck and drive away.
Well, that's it. But I get that just going to the bathroom on a location. And that's just going to the bathroom. That was me last night as well. Thank you, Karen. Right. I was on location last night. Oh, my goodness. It was, God almighty, it was different. Same location I've been doing for many, many, many years, but it was different. And we have to put our finger on it. And I'm looking forward to doing audio tomorrow.
Was it anybody different that was in location with you that they weren't normally?
Yes.
So that's a big thing. But so a lot of times I can do a location hundreds of times and I get similar outcomes. And there's one time that you get somebody that's not with the group normally. And everything gets a lot heavier. It's just atmosphere's changed.
Well, that's it, because these persons, and I love them coming in with us, and they've been with us before. When we did the phone experiment, we got the negative. Calm down.
Stop touching my face, please.
When we took them in, when they came in with us before, and we did the phone, the ITC, negativity came through. Did it again last night. They were with us again last night, and I'm going to talk to them and explain to them as well. When they came in with us again last night, it was negative towards me.
Yeah, it's probably attaching to one of them.
Well, there is a story that was being said before it. Not a story, something that has happened that's private and personal that I can't get into, but it's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. So the audio, because when we were doing the ITC and then we were doing a playback, when we did we did a playback, they were like through the phone, you can hear little talking, little movement, and so on. When we did the playback, it was crazy, like bloody crazy. And I was called to Jennifer, and I'm only called to Jennifer when I'm in trouble.
Oh Jesus! Somebody wants you.
Because there is good and there is bad there, but the bad is rare. And we got it last night. But we are.
Tracy keeps looking behind. I was like, wonder if she sees something.
I know, I'm waiting for this to fall down.
Oh.
I can hear it begin to fall. Is it going to?
So,
Is it going to?
Yeah.
There goes.
Oh no! Call Ray in. Where's Ray? Oh jeez.
I like that she's not having it. She's just like, forget it.
Oh yeah.
Rip it down.
Hi, Sherry.
I can't be asked with things like that.
Oh God.
Oh dear,
Hi,
he's back
Sherry,
to
my
decorating here
phone's
again
not
now.
ringing.
What happened?
I say he'll have to decorate in here as well now because he's just stripped the paint off.
Yes, he is. Oh, look who we have. We have another one coming in. Who do we have?
What's up, everyone?
Ray, look at you. That's so freaking awesome.
I need to put my glasses on. I can't see.
I can see. How are you? How are you,
Very
tonight?
natural.
How are you today, this afternoon?
What's
Nick,
that?
How are you this afternoon?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm good. I am good. Busy, bloody
very
busy
cool, Nick.
weekend, but a good busy weekend. This is our busiest time of the season. And don't kill me, but I am looking forward to Halloween. I'm so looking forward to the 1st of November as well.
That makes two of us.
Yay! I love it. Nick, I love your ears.
I know.
I
Are you love
appreciate that.
Are you Dracula? Vampire?
You're pretty much right on that. Although in Nosferatu, he's called Count Orlok.
Oh my goodness. Meet. I keep forgetting. I know your name, but I cannot pronounce it.
Dissanguine. That's me.
Dissanguine. Dissanguine.
Yes, we are all on the long family
Dissanguine.
tree. Somewhere down the road, he probably made me, but I don't obey. So.
You probably made me. Dissanguine is.
Chantel.
I was actually Chantel. I just love Chantel. Chantel, drop in. Come on, pop in. She won't. My cat and my dog are in the kitchen, kind of like eating this. They're eating. I hope I muted myself when I screamed at my dog and cat. They're eating up my rubbish bin. So Nick, we were talking about what our plans were for Halloween. What are your plans? What does Halloween mean to you? And what are your plans for Halloween?
Oh, I could go on all day if I wanted to. I think it's just a really special time of the year for a lot of us in both the paranormal and horror film community. It's something I've loved since I was very young. I mean, essentially, I've even said on several occasions, this is basically our Christmas. So we just have a lot of fun with it. But as far as plans go for the actual day tomorrow, well, I am working that day, but I mean, it's my intention because we're allowed to wear costumes for work.
Nice.
Only working till 1 o'clock, and then after that, I'm actually going to be on another online Halloween party like this with Jacqueline Dixon's show. So she's invited me on to her party, and then for the rest of the day, I'm going to have a few friends over. Probably going to watch some scary movies. Have eat candy. It's going to be a lot of fun. So really looking forward to it.
Awesome. It's our busy. I was saying it's our busy time of the year.
Indeed.
Now, Nick, can you try and get Clown, who's in the center here, to talk because he doesn't talk?
He hasn't said one word?
No. Thumbs up. He's just not talking.
I would have said this if only he was able to come on camera. The best person who would really make him talk would be Jeremy, because he loves his clowns.
I know. Could we try and get Jeremy in and see if he'll say something?
Unfortunately, he won't. I mean, he's still keeping his promise that he's not coming on camera until January.
Oh no! Oh, even like without the camera, but we need to get Clown to talk. Thanks, Chantel. We need to get Clown to talk. Clown, can you tell us a little bit about your day?
I made balloons.
What's your name?
I made balloons.
He's making
He made
balloons. You make balloons. Okay.
Chantel. Clowns are assholes.
Right.
Have you ever heard of Killjoy the Clown?
Yes, I know that. Yep.
That's one of my all-time favorite clowns.
Do you remember the clown that was? Is that that's not the clown that was in him? Oh, Adam.
You must be sweating in that.
I was gonna say, not is it the best time of the year for people like us, but it's also the best time of the year for people who listen to heavy metal. Because I feel like we can listen to like the most extreme stuff without being like looked at like, hey, it's Halloween, you should be appreciated, this type of stuff. I think like if I would play the stuff I listen to like a day before Christmas, I'd probably get like locked up or put away in a mental ward or something, because like some of the stuff I listen to make Slipknot look like John Mayer. You know, it's not extreme.
Oh my gosh.
I love that you're so into it that that you had to bring it up about Halloween. That makes you seem even crazier, and I like it. I like it. The whole like,
well,
my music's okay because it's Halloween. You know, it's like I don't know, man. You need a special.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what Sam is saying. I have a clown fear to the point I was trapped inside a McDonald's with Ronald McDonald.
Oh no,
that's scary.
Like
well,
did he make you eat the food?
You ever see the original ad for Ronald McDonald's? It was terrifying.
Never seen it, but I will look it up.
Look it up. It was absolutely terrifying.
How he has that square hat and
really
right, that one.
It was terrifying.
I will have to look it up. What is your most terrifying movies? My favorite clown is the first one away from me. Oh, Natalie, there's Natalie there now. And Anne, as an adult of mine to add, Anne, we are intrigued. We want to know. We want to know. You did a great job as a clown, Adam. I'm scared of clowns.
I don't like clowns either, and I don't like dolls or clowns. Forget it.
Buddy wants a hug.
No, but Chris, you can keep Buddy away. I don't ever want to hug or touch him.
Who's Buddy?
Chris Sanders actually has Buddy the Clown. He's actually a haunted doll. And
a real haunted doll.
Haunted doll,
not like everybody who has bought a doll in the last year thinks their damn doll's haunted, and it's not.
Oh no, this one is legit. So this one definitely is legit. The thing with the people buying these dolls, first of all, I'm gonna put it out there. I have the biggest doll phobia on the face of this earth. Biggest doll phobia. And when I first met Chris Sanders, I met Buddy for the first time. No, thank you. I'm all set. You can
So, who have you got?
Oh
my God.
The investigation, the location we're at last week, you would have stayed away from room 16, I believe it is. Nothing but dolls. Like each room has like a separate subject. And there must have been 100 dolls in that small room.
Okay, what the hell is the trend with? And I don't know if it's not a new trend, but what is the problem with locations having to have if they think there's one child spirit in the building, suddenly there's a room full of damn dolls, and I'm kind of over it because dolls come to life and they look at you, they chase you around when you're in, and they kill you. See, that's what dolls.
I have my doll here somewhere. I can't get it, but she's here somewhere. But I will kind of show you in a second. What are we going to say? Huh?
She was asking about the clown, the dolls. I think the dolls are nostalgia. People put them in locations, even though they're nothing at all, just to terrify people.
Robert the doll and Buddy could be buddies.
It could be buddies.
No. Let's just don't talk about that at all. let's just not do that.
Let's stay in this subject. My doll is right beside me, but it's down on the ground, and I'd have to bend down to pick it up. But I think I'll just call my daughter to come down and pick it up for me.
Lose your horns.
I will lose my horns. I gotta fix my horns. I took them out tonight. Movies. We were talking about movies. The most movie that scared the Jesus out of you. What was the movie? I know. Where was it? Omen. Natalie from Haunted Era is saying Omen, the original, scared the bejesus out of her.
Right.
What is the movie that you that just stayed with you, that frightened the life out of you?
The first one.
Which one?
Jaws. I like Jaws. That's the only one I can think of.
Oh no.
That's
Okay, there was a movie when I was okay. So back in the 70s, there was a movie where the dolls came to life, and I don't remember what it's called, but the floor would the wooden floor would move, and they would shine lights up through the floorboards, and the dolls are like, I don't know what that is, but anything with the dolls. In real life, I had a doll turn and look at me, so I can't deal with that. Any movie with dolls, I won't have it.
Really?
I won't have it.
Really. I watched a movie the other day, Mama.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
I watched it a few days, and do you know what I did at the end of it, Nick? I cried.
Yeah, right.
Now, it made me jump a few times, and it really did. But I'm not kidding you; it made me cry at the end of it.
I saw that when it came out.
Yeah,
back in 2013. It was quite a scene to see up on the big screen.
Yeah, it was something else. It did make me cry at the end of it. Apart from that one, I'll jump in here and say, well, my movie that stayed with me forever is The Entity.
The Entity, yes.
What? Remember we were talking about that before? The Entity was, wow. There is another movie that I can't remember what it is, but it's like a family had moved into a home, and then they moved into, the mother and father moved into the house next door. And she could hear something going on next door when she was hoovering one day, and the big black mass was in front of her. And she could, they got a paranormal team in. It wasn't the Warrens, a paranormal team in to look at the place, and they went on camping holiday. They went on a holiday camping just to get away from the house, and it followed them. Don't know the name of it.
It sounds really familiar.
That's one that stuck with me as well. The Entity in that one. What about Adam Ramos? What about your movies? The one that stayed with you, that frightened you.
The Flintstones?
Which one?
No. I've never really seen any horror movies. I'm not a big fan of them. They do nothing for me, I think.
I'm not a fan either. Thank you for saying that. I think like people assume when you're in the paranormal that you like horror movies. I don't.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like people like us, whether it's experiencing something or reading about it or stuff like that, like the real monsters are what we read about, what we experience, and it doesn't really do anything when it's a movie or something like that,
I think as well, personally as well, that when you've watched the movies and I've seen the parts where you're supposed to jump out and so on, it's kind of like, being there in real life doesn't affect me as much in the movies anymore. And it really doesn't, because I've kind of like done it myself in locations that the movies are just, I'm in my living room. But, it's just, there is one or two movies that Don't Look Now. Donald Sutherland was in.
I know that movie. Don't Look Now, from the early 70s.
Holy crap! I'm going to be looking at that one tonight. Now watch. Can I YouTube that?
It's kind of a sad story, but at the same time, it's still a horror film, though.
Is it a sad story?
It's so just to give a little like plot about it is that it's about obviously Donald Sutherland's character, his young daughter dies. I think it was like in a drowning accident of some sort. And basically you kind of can't tell if you're watching at first like a paranormal film or not, but when she died, she was wearing this little red coat when she drowned, and he starts having visions of like what he claims he's seeing his daughter, walking in different areas, and he's trying to figure out, is she really alive somehow? However, at the same time, there was also a killer on the loose. So basically the rest of it, you just kind of have to go out and check it out. I don't want to spoil it.
I'm interested in that because I like to see the movies that I haven't watched before. Hello, good evening, Donna. Welcome for joining us all the way from Canada. Love it, love it. What's this earlier? Oh, I like this guy. I like this. He's the one who made Mama.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't pronounce his first one.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro. Like Pan Labyrinth and Devil's Backbone are my favorite psychological thriller. The Body Snatched. I haven't seen that one either. Or The Body Snatcher. 1945.
Oh, Body Snatcher, that they are.
Invasion of the Body Snatcher.
That's another Donald Sutherland movie, right?
Oh wait, maybe it's a different movie. Yeah.
Maybe.
The Body Snatcher, 1945. These are movies that I'm going to write down that I do want to watch.
So I have a friend of mine is here in the chat room and watching the show. His birthday is actually on Halloween. How lucky is that?
Nice.
So I want to say hi. Say happy birthday to Paolo. Buon compleanno dalla parte superiore della testa alla parte inferiore dei piedi.
Oh my goodness! What did you
just say? Happy birthday. He's a very good person. Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of.
Thank you for coming to the show. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Paolo. Happy birthday. We're so jealous your birthday's on the October the 31st.
I know.
I have 2 October children. Didn't make it to 31st, but 2 October children.
Oh,
that's awesome.
So do you want to talk about I'm joking. I was going to say Christmas. later. What about you, Adam? What Adam, your friend behind you? What is your movie? What is your go-to movie?
The first movie that scared the crap out of me was probably the original It.
Bill! Sorry, Bill!
So the original.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like terrifying. Actually, I lied. It was very terrifying. I couldn't walk downstairs. I had the open backs forever. Like, I had so many fears. Like, I wouldn't go near drains.
Oh my God.
Now it's funny because now I go to those places. It's weird. I don't know.
Isn't it just like really? What do we do? Why do we do it? Why do we do the paranormal? Why? Like, is there one point of the paranormal that made you think I want to scream to the world this piece of evidence or audio or video? Is there, like, I know, I'm sure most of us have gotten it. Is there any piece? Because I know I have some from last night. I cannot wait to go through audio. I'm going to go through it tomorrow night. I might even go through a little bit tonight. Is there any pieces of audio or video footage or so on that you just want to scream, oh my God? I mean, Adam, your friend. What's his name again? Elon?
So, you know what's funny? I do the paranormal because, and I say this all the time, I have more in common with the dead than I do the living. And I can actually, they're just, I don't know, sometimes it just feels like I'm at ease when I'm in the paranormal field. I actually just went to last week to a paranormal con, and we went to a haunted house in New York City, and it's called Mid-Orange Correctional Facility. When we were there, they let us walk amongst, they just gallivant through the place, and we were recording as we went through the haunted house, and we got to a spot where me and one of the fellow investigators, we stopped, and you heard a little kid run by us on the floor, but nobody was obviously there. So things like that, it just fascinates me.
It's phenomenal, and you personally experienced it. So yeah, you can pick these up and so on, but when you personally experienced it, and I kind of came to a rationalized why I'm in the field, and that was only a few days ago. And it makes me feel better why I will stay in the field because of my thoughts a few days ago, which I'll not say on live. But, well, I am actually the less competition. Enjoy it. We're not here for competition. Enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Each to their own. Get what you get. Experience what you experience. Everyone has had the best. And I know there's way too many people in competition. kind of way too many people, and it takes the fun out of it. And when I say fun, hobby, research, it takes the fun out of it. It's very, it's not great sometimes. It's not great. I'm looking at this Marion Goodfellow, which we know she's lovely. Medium 7th daughter of a 7th daughter for her birthday is on Halloween too.
Nice.
Really?
Wow. I'd like to taste your blood. If you could just send me a little vial, just a little vial, I'd be glad to pay. Cash App, I've got Cash App, Venmo.
Mom and Dad got married on Halloween.
That should
a lot
be
about
me,
me.
actually, because I'm the vampire here.
That's right. We can share it. 1 sip for me, 2 sips for you.
I mean, look, and they say that the veil is thinning. Is that the souls can come to earth and so on. And I know a lot of people, they were talking last night, that they were having a lot of dreams of people who have passed away, family members who have passed away. They are having a lot of dreams about it for the last few weeks. And recently, and I was talking to them and kind of like saying it could be a possibility that, it's a visitation, the veil is thinning, and Anne, you're going to probably give out to me for this, but we were talking at the beginning, and I was having Stuart Sullivan on, but he has laryngitis, and we were talking about where Halloween had started off, and because I was running around all day, and I know it originated from Ireland, but I didn't have time to sit and kind of do my nitty gritty homework. Do you want to come on and explain it? Because Anna's like a wealth and of Irish history as well. Anne, do you want to come on for a second? She'll probably text me and say, "Back off, Jenny." She probably will. And if you want to come on, let me know. And or Natalie, come on and let me know, and I'll kind of send you the link to come in. So, does anybody have any questions? Anybody in the panel have any questions, or watching have questions?
I actually have a question myself. It's what Donna was saying about. She said that what scared her was the movie Black Christmas. I have to ask her, saying, which version of Black Christmas are you talking about? Is the one from the 70s or that really crappy 2006 remake? That's what I'm wondering.
Probably not the crappy remake, unless it was the actual remake that was scary because it sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
which
really
movie was
bad.
This, Nick?
Black Christmas, because Donna was asking what scary was.
Donna, yes.
And not sure which one she's talking about. Either the 1974 one. Yep. Okay. It's the one from the 70s.
Well, the older movies are the better ones, anyways.
Yep.
Every time they the new Halloween that just came out. I don't know if anybody watched it or not.
Didn't see it.
It was god awful.
Really?
They could have made it so much better. They just.
No! Oh, Natalie.
Yeah, Donna was 1974.
Is there anybody who does actually like that movie? Like, I've never heard anybody who liked any of his last 3 movies.
Halloween?
Yeah.
So the last one wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I think it was more or less the fact that like they tried too hard. They really did try too hard, and they just need to simplify it. They know what they have. The first 30 Halloweens, you know what was winning, what was working, and then they just went off track and they just tried different storylines that didn't work. Yeah, I mean, I've
never seen any of them.
Well,
no, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, well, you got to see the original.
I'd like to see the original. Huh?
The first 3 are the best.
Really? And I have a lot to watch.
The funny thing is, I'm sure, well, Jay, I know you haven't seen them, but obviously, I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with that. By the time they made the 3rd one, which that was Season of the Witch, that was, it's funny to think with the most latest Halloween movie that came out. Originally, when they made, Halloween 1 and then 2, that was originally supposed to be the last last Halloween film to feature Michael Myers, because that's why they changed the plot to the 3rd one. Their whole goal was to make it an anthology series, just focus on Halloween. And they said, had Season of the Witch been successful, what eventually became Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, they said it actually probably would have become a ghost story, because you go from slasher to this kind of mad scientist witchcraft type of theme.
Yeah.
The next one, they would have made a ghost story.
I'm gonna have to sit and watch it.
Yeah, don't bother watching the Halloween H2O.
Yeah.
Don't bother watch that because that's just garbage as well.
Just I like originals. I like original movies. You know, do you know what I love? Hannibal.
Hannibal, yes.
Slightly obsessed with Hannibal. I think it was kind of like a little bit of like a, can I say, love story?
It kind of is.
It is. Clarice, they just had this relationship that, you know,
like the lotion on its skin. That's what it was.
the dog gets it.
Oh, the dog gets it.
Yeah. What did you want to say? Oh gosh, something else came into my head. But I think, well, that one is not romantic, but I think Clarice and Hannibal Lecter had connection.
A lot of times real love is intellectual, and they had this really great intellectual connection. And so I would say that there was probably some love there. I would agree with you on that.
It's what? Say it again. Sorry,
that a lot of love is intellectual.
Yes,
can be very intellectual, and so in that respect, there was that attraction and need to, you know, they were like a mirror to themselves, you know, from two opposite dimensions. They shared that intellectual, not like that need for and to feed themselves and feed their souls through that, right? But she was the female who was in the law enforcement. He was the male who was, you know, the people eating lawbreaker, and they're like exact polar opposites, which would be what, like a twin flame, right?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, you guys, did you know about how the fact about when they made Hannibal, she was what was her name? I already forgot her name. The one who plays Clarice in that movie.
Jodie Foster?
No. That's Silence of the Lambs. No, it was Hannibal. She was played by Julianne Moore. Now I remember what it was.
Oh, yes.
I was told that when they started shooting Hannibal, they wanted to get, of course, Jodie Foster back to reprise her role. And apparently, obviously, she just wasn't interested in participating, even though she did great in the Silence of the Lambs. And it was reported that Anthony Hopkins was actually really heartbroken and devastated that Jodie Foster was not going to reprise her role. So there is kind of like almost like that partial connection, kind of like both between the film and real life. Not saying that, you know, they actually had a connection in real life, but he was really upset that Jodie Foster wasn't going to reprise her role.
Christina.
Well, I don't blame him, because that's who. When you work on set, and I'm not a bloody actress or anything like that, but when you work on set, that's you have your role with them, and so on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's also like you have an image of somebody in your brain, like say right now, like for instance, me and you, Jenny, right? Yeah. I've known you personally, right? And then we're good friends, but if we ever did a movie together, right? Like your whole personality can change, your whole demeanor can change during on set. So that actually rubs people the wrong way. And then you finally like, oh, maybe I don't want to be around this person the second time because they were like a diva. And
yes, that is true. I think you'd be the diva, Adam.
I actually would be. You have to get my good side, which is always this side.
Yes, and there has to be a handler for you. Get Elon. He's got to have Elon. Adam's coming on the set. Where's his damn alien? Someone get Adam his alien.
Elon is about 2 seconds from getting ripped off my back because he's touching
really?
I'm holding his hands down. He's really touchy-feely.
Some people you can work with for a little while.
Send him over to me.
I mean, listen, I'll FedEx them overnight.
Send them over to me. I'll take
them. You might not want to smell what's inside here, though. This is like.
Oh, Christina's going to for dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Christina. Send us a picture.
Yeah, your gluten-free dinner.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much.
Jacqueline, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, we're on tomorrow night again.
Yes, we are.
We're on tomorrow night again. I was trying to sleep in this.
Oh my God.
I thought the same thing because guess what? I had to dress up like this last night too for 2 Halloween parties I went to. So I've been doing the Tyler. I had to say I got to do this 3 days in a row.
Well, I'm using, if I dress like this, I'm going to have to cover the mirrors. If I have to go into the bathroom.
Oh yeah, because you're going to wake up to pee and scare the hell out of yourself.
This, and I'm like, okay, I didn't quite make it to the bathroom. I'm just going to do it there and then when I look in the mirror.
It's funny. I was thinking this just earlier today, but because the second Halloween party I went to last night was actually my sister was having one, and she just lives 2 doors down. So when it was over, it was like past midnight. And I'm just walking down the street, just 2 doors down with the and I was like thinking to myself, imagine you're driving down the road late at night. All of a sudden you see a guy like me wearing this costume where we have next door to us, we got a neighbor with 2 kids. They're like ages 10 and 11, I think, or 8 and 11. I was thinking to myself, if they were outside playing that way, they saw me walking down the street, they'd be running into the house in a heartbeat.
We could all walk down like this. Robin, I'm waiting for you to get your whip out. I am waiting for your
so isn't Elon.
She's gonna have to get it though. I crack you out. She's gonna have to get it. Have you seen any shadows or orbs in strange places?
It's pretty far away, but will the studded belt do?
Oh Jesus, lady! Oh good Lord!
One thing that I wanted to say to Nick, I don't know if you realize, like I see you every day in my phone because I had just gotten a new phone when we went to Wildwood, and I took all these pictures of you in the basement, laying on the autopsy table and some videos. So half my phone is, and my photos in my phone is you on an autopsy table. It's really, if somebody finds it, they're going to be like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Oh my God, I love that belt. Huh?
No,
yeah.
sorry.
Have any of you ever seen shadow or orbs in strange places? Shadows, yes.
Do you believe in orbs? This is gonna get you blacklisted in the paranormal field. How you answer this?
Can I say no?
Of course you can. You say whatever you want to say.
I'm gonna say no unless I see one in front of me and not behind a camera. Yeah. Then okay, I want to see what I see on the camera in front of me.
So, ready? I'll say this. I like orbs, but at the same aspect, you think about this, everything is energy, everything is electricity, right? So yes. The orbs you see don't have to necessarily be, oh, that's a ghost. It could be just an energy stream or energy field, being manifested. But there's some people that believe that orbs are like fairy worlds or like portals. And I'm not going to say that they're not. I'm just going to say that, yeah.
Do you believe
in a thing called love? Not really. I don't believe in orbs. I like them, but I don't really believe that they're anything except for either dust or possibly just.
But what if one was right in front of you?
That's different.
Right in front of you. That's what I want to see.
I'm kind of on the same. I'm kind of on the same page as you guys are. It's the same thing with me when it comes to orbs, where like if I see it for myself, like it actually appears right in front, then yeah, there's no debunking it whatsoever. I know what I saw then was a legit orb. As far as like again photographs and video, so I mean, unless it shows to like actually be a ball of light, like with where to a point that we cannot think of any other idea of how it could have caused it, then. I mean, unless it's that, then I'm just probably most likely not going to. I mean, or if it's like a video, if it's moving different, not like an insect or anything else, unless those two partial exceptions, I usually debunk them very quickly.
They have to be in front of my face. Like I said, what you see on the camera, I want to see it away from the camera. I want to see everything.
So Donna, like orbs, if you believe, I'll never tell you that what you believe is wrong because that's what you believe. So if you believe that, then that's very well. That's good for you. It's just the problem is I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pictures people send me that, oh, these are orbs, you know, you can see this, and I look at them like, oh, it's dust, like you can, or that's a bug, or you can clearly tell. But if people have it in their mind, no, that's this, then I can't persuade you otherwise, nor will I want to.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. I've gotten videos, like people have sent me pictures and photographs and videos of I can't believe I'm even about to say this, but there was even one time where somebody sent me pictures of supposedly orbs, but she decided to take it one step further than saying that these are just orbs. She claimed that these were demons, just taking the shape of orbs. It got to a point where she kept constantly messaging me about it, that it's like I didn't even bother answering her anymore. Like, there was just no point.
That's just annoying.
Not to mention, she lives in another state. I mean, obviously, you know, Jen, all too well. I live in Illinois. This was someone contacting me all the way from Maryland. So I was like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, yes, I usually take cases seriously. I would like to try to help people, but if this is somebody that's just going to keep constantly saying that these are legit orbs, even though it's dust and there's demons. And I'm thinking, you know what? I really would like to say it, but I don't want to be rude. But say, dude, your house is not haunted. You don't have anything. You're getting this from television.
Yes, and if they're not listening,
from Zach too.
And if they're asking questions and they're just not taking your advice or your opinion and so on, then don't do it, because
exactly
what I hear is like they're shoving their opinion down your throat, but will not take your advice on it. So it's a block button.
They just want to cut to the chase, just jump right into it and say, yeah, these are definitely orbs, or this is definitely demonic. And they think that when they contact the professionals, they're going to know otherwise, that's not the case. They may think that they're right, but you know, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know they sometimes hate hearing disappointment, but that's just kind of the reality.
Right. Sometimes you do have to walk away from residentials like that. I was called, someone I used to work with called and said, let's go to this place.
Excuse me for a second. Would you excuse me for 1 second? Someone's at my door. Thank you. Sorry, just 1 second.
So we went, and it turned out it was a mental health issue.
Well, that's why, like, when we take residential, or when I used to take residential, I would have a panel of questions I would ask the homeowner or whoever I was going to, and sometimes it gets personal, but you have to ask the questions when you walk into a house. Mm-hmm. All right, well, is anybody here on any mental health drugs? Are they on depression drugs? Are they on antipsychotics? Then you get into like, is their domestic issues? And then once you clear the air with all the questions you have to ask, 98% of the time it's really not, because demonic hauntings are very, 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 very far in between. Like there's not that many people. It's not that many people actually. Movies glorify it.
Exactly. And I've been doing this now for 17, almost 18 years. And all of my years I've been doing this, I have only ever had 1, 2, maybe 3 cases during this entire time where I probably would say they were definitely demonic. Everything else, it just shows how rare it is. And you know what? And the way how you just said it, I mean, yeah, these questions sometimes may seem a little personal, but the way how we go to these, these residential places and question everyone. In fact, actually, Ed Warren once said this before he passed away, and that when we go to investigate residential locations, we're very much kind of like the police in a way in the paranormal field. We're almost doing the exact same thing that law enforcement officers would do when there's some type of dispute or something like that. So it's really not that different.
True.
This is true. So I like to tell people too, and I don't do residentials really anymore. In this recent case was just someone said, can you please go with me? Like I felt like they may have been just alone or over their head or whatever. And but I say before I go, I'm going to be asking you some questions, and some of them are going to be uncomfortable. And so it's nothing personal, but these are things that I ask everyone. So, it's like I make sure that they know that I'm not really picking on them or that sort of thing. it became pretty apparent pretty quick what was actually going on there through the questioning, and literally just like a couple hours there and all that. But you know, the thing that's different about that I do not enjoy about residentials versus going to paid locations, that the residential people that own these houses, they want a resolution. It's not just that they want you to find out, is it true or not that there's some sort of haunting or something going on here. A lot of them want a resolution, and you can't guarantee a resolution. And so, yeah, that makes it like a really difficult thing. And I think I would say buyer beware, caveat emptor to anybody who hears someone who does residentials guarantee or say that they can get rid of something or that something's permanently gone or that sort of thing. And you can kind of make stuff die down a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. It's the same with people's lives and their kids and their sleep and their sanity. And it's just, you know.
Well, it's very funny that you say that, because people think, just for instance, look at The Conjuring, right? The Conjuring house. Mm-hmm. People think that, all right, well, if I call somebody that, you know, a priest comes in and they're just going to bless my house and it'd be done. The Conjuring house has over 70 exorcisms, and that's 70 exorcisms in just one, well, the barn and the house, and the location itself had 70 of them. So it's very, very not common to just walk in there and be like, all right, well, ghosts be gone and it'd be over and done with. It takes a long, long time. And you also want to believe it's going to end, because if you have a very bad willpower, it'll never end.
You're right. Yeah. There's a place actually. Well, this kind of goes to the vampire traits, but if you look at a place like Dracula's Castle in Transylvania, like that's like extremely haunted. You know, imagine how much energy has really thrived in that location. And I was told that there have been, I don't even think they even have a full number of how many exorcisms and blessings that have taken place in that castle.
Oh yeah.
And they say no matter how many times they've done it, it is just too small of an army. And they've probably been doing this for centuries, and it is still not going away.
I'm just jumping back in here now. Sorry, I had to open my door.
Don't worry, we can run it for you, Jenny. Don't worry about it.
That was cool. I ordered food. I ordered dinner in.
Were they surprised when they saw you?
They kind of looked at me twice, and I just said, "Don't ask." Do you want to come in and join us? And they just said, "No, thanks." Come on.
I'm sure they didn't know if they were going to make it back out again. If they walked.
I don't drive, but I know two people who do. Come in. No, Nick.
Make yourself at home or something.
Huh?
Just like, come in, make yourself at home. No, thanks. I'm good.
Right. Then you turn into Dahmer. You're not drinking your drink. Why don't you drink it? I made it for you. Yeah. How come you're not drinking?
God, did you just say that? What did you think of that movie?
It's a
I didn't watch it.
What?
You don't want to watch it?
I'm sorry.
You didn't watch it? Did anybody watch it? No?
I did.
I haven't watched it.
I watched it all, and I kind of lived through it. I mean, we all did, right? Back in the day when it was actually happening. So there's a lot of that. I really respect that actor. I don't remember his name, but he's in all the American Horror Stories.
He's
I love that guy.
Ryan.
Yeah. So I said to my husband,
it's damn it, I already forgot his name too.
Think about it and tell me. But I said to my husband, this is a good, I know. What do you want to watch? Let's watch Dahmer. We got about 1.5 episodes in. He's like, I can't. I can't. He's like, turn it off. I just can't.
It was hard.
Jenny, it was Evan Peters. That's
Evan Peters. That's the one. How do I forget his name? Evan Peters. I love Evan.
He's great. He's really great.
It just made it awkward. Not awkward. It's just like, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I feel like they glorify when you give them a TV show or you give them a movie, you're glorifying them, and it must be hard for the people that actually the victims and their families.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did hear the dad wanted Netflix to take it down or to apologize, because like you said, Adam, it's like they're glorifying it, you know. And I did watch all of it. And I just thought there was a lot of things that could have, as we say in hindsight, a lot of things that could have been prevented. And it really could. Right. It really could have. And there was a lot of mistakes that was made. A lot of mistakes.
But you know what? To Netflix's credit, though, they could have made it more graphic. And I know that a lot of things happened that they didn't even mention on there. So that was actually probably a relief to some of the families, some of the really disgusting. I mean, it's all disgusting, but you know what I mean? The really disgusting stuff didn't get mentioned. And one thing that I drove home in that series, though, was that the neighbor called and told and said and that excuses were made on every level for this person to keep doing what he was doing. And if that's not a recipe for real haunting, I don't know what is. So I know that they tore that building down, and they say so in that series. What's there now? What was built? You know, are people that live in, I'm assuming apartments or something was built. Are people that live there now? Are they even? Would they, if they were experiencing activity, do they even know where they're living? Do you know?
It makes well. I'm going to tell you guys something, because I told a lot when it comes to Jeffrey Dahmer, I always bring this up, but like when it actually happened, you know, like in the late 70s and then started doing it again in the late 80s and 90s. Oh, looks like we lost Adam. So my mom, when she was going to law school, which was up in Milwaukee, the dormitory that she stayed in, it was just down the street from where Jeffrey Dahmer was living at. So
really,
like everybody else, she was completely unaware of what was going on. I mean, I don't know if this was during like the actual killing spree, because again, he committed his first murder in the late 70s while he was still in high school, and then he didn't start doing it again until like the mid to late 80s, like almost 10 years later, that he started committing these murders. But he was not too far from where Jeffrey Dahmer was living.
It's the thing. Oh my gosh! I watch a lot of cold cases. I just find it unbelievable. Some of the cold cases that, oh my gosh, that crazy.
Yeah,
crazy and I have to fix my arms.
I don't know. I just even during Halloween, I seen a bunch of kids posted on Facebook that they're gonna be Jeffrey Dahmer this year. Like,
that's
stupid.
What
I mean, but people also become Hannibal Lecter and everything.
Yeah, so that's a lot of people in the field, like the paranormal field. Even look at Zach Bagans. He has this whole museum of Dr. Kevorkian, which I loved following his whole journey, because his was taboo, but
consensual. People wanted his services. If you like Kevorkian, look up his art. He's an amazing artist. Yes.
I want to go to his museum. I want to go to his museum and actually see the van, because Zach has the van.
I seen that. I see. Look, and he has. Is it? Oh my God, I'm going to get the name wrong. God, I'm bad with names. Manson's sheet.
Oh yeah. He has his prison outfit as well.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like Manson's sheet. What the hell is that?
Oh, the bed sheet. The bed sheet where this fluid is on it.
No. Oh, geez.
I shit you not. The fluid is on it.
I would have burned that thing immediately. Damn.
It's like, why? We know we love this stuff, but how much is too much?
Why would you keep something like that? I mean, that's just gross.
Okay, can I interject here go about the residential stuff really quick? And okay, so I get a call from my neighbor. I hope they're not watching right now, but we need you, and we need you. And I'm like, you need me? I'm like, I'm always up for whatever, you know. I go and run into my little area, and I pull out 2 or 3 pieces of equipment, and they take me 2 houses down from where I'm at now. And I'm like, why are we at this house? And they're like, well, the neighbor passed away, and we want you to come in and talk to her. When did she die? Yesterday.
No, God Almighty.
No, I'm that creepy. I'm that neighbor, first of all. I'm that neighbor, so I have a reputation in the neighborhood, I guess. And actually, I did get an EVP. I did go in and walk through the house, but you could still see the scene. The point of being like the sheets and all that stuff and everything. Like no one wanted to go into the area where she had passed, so I went up and just forensically, and the investigator in me goes, "Oh, I see exactly how this played out until she died." Really? But I was talking to her, and I got one EVP in the 20 minutes I was in that house, and I think she was concerned about a cat. Concerned about a cat. So I had to ask, like, oh my God, is there a cat somewhere in this big old house that we need to find before, who knows how long it's going to be before her family gets here to take it, I'm concerned about the animals. And it turns out they go, no, that she did have cats, but they all had passed over 2 years ago. And I was like, well, she mentioned a cat. And that was the only thing that she said. But yeah, like, I don't know why, Nick, someone would want to keep the sheets or the whatever of any of that.
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. No. Hey, look at me. Look what I got. What do you reckon of the Annabelle doll?
Which one? The movie one or the actual one?
The actual one. What do you reckon? I mean, I know you don't like dolls.
I mean, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. It's just I think that you can't really destroy it, because if you destroy it, then whatever's encapsulated inside of it will
come out.
Will go somewhere else.
Yeah,
so
you're just setting it free.
Yeah, I think what Ed and Lorraine did was proper. Have the case and wherever they are blessed and just try to keep it away from people. But you see people opening cages and cases and trying to touch things, and stop, lock them away.
Right.
Like,
okay, how ridiculous? How ridiculous is it on Ghost Adventures when Zach wanted to touch Annabelle really bad? You remember the guy that was the caretaker for Annabelle, but he was wearing oven mitts to hold Annabelle. And to me, I thought that was one of the most ridiculous effing things I had ever seen. It's not a hot pie. It's Annabelle, the demonic doll.
He touched him.
Let's just suspend belief and say it's all real. Oven mitts. How are oven mitts going to protect you from this demon? They're like, I'm the god of hellfire, and you're wearing oven mitts, so I guess I can't possess you. Damn it!
Did you guys ever see that video where they did move Annabelle to a different glass case? Did you guys watch that video?
I didn't see it, but I heard that they did move her.
Yeah, so I think because the cage that Annabelle was kept in was, I think it was getting worn out, because it's been getting old and had been used for like 50 years, so they had to make a whole new case. And the new case that they were making was going to be permanent. Like, after this, they were never going to move it again in another 50 years. This was like a time capsule, if you will. It was like a preserved glass. So they had to they had a priest there. They had a few others there. They did a blessing. And as soon as they opened the door, one of the guys, all he has is like a towel and gloves, and he grabs the doll and then he just puts it right into the case and does another blessing immediately.
No.
Yeah, it was the only time you get to see it, like actually someone really holding it, but just for like 10 seconds, and then he puts it right, and then they do another blessing immediately to prevent what may have been briefly outside may have been unleashed.
I don't know how did he get that gig? Did he get a straw and it was like the shortest one?
The shortest. I mean, why not just use some really long tongs or something? Like, I don't understand why if touching it is the problem.
Or a flamethrower.
Flamethrower, yeah.
Or how about you just explain to the doll, like, we're going to move you to a better place to keep you safe.
It's like, don't possess me. Just
the doll doesn't want to.
Or you can just put some holy water on the gloves and then just grab it that way. That'll definitely protect you.
Why, okay, we're going to move you to another place that you're safe. It's like she's thinking, I don't want to be freaking safe. I want to get into the world, and I want people to touch me. But because they have this museum of all haunted artifacts, why is everything else not cased? There's some pretty heavy stuff that they have in their museum. So why not anything else cased? Like, there's voodoo, there's Africans, there's a lot of stuff.
He keeps that Dybbuk box cased, right? Yeah. He keeps that under glass. Doesn't want anybody touching that.
You know, there's 7 of them in the world.
Yes.
Yeah,
7 authentic one. 3 have been opened, and there's 4 of them that have not been opened.
What has happened? Has anything happened with them?
Well, they say when all 7 Dybbuk boxes are opened, it's like Pandora's box.
Oh my God, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, she's hoping it happens soon so she can get released from her hell.
I am so intrigued. Where are these boxes?
There's a guy that actually holds all 4 of them, and they're locked away in a safe where nobody can get to them.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
What's his number? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Listen, we've already had so much stuff happen these past 2 years. Put your hands down. So much stuff happened the past 2 years that we don't need to open no Dybbuk boxes. We don't need to open Pandora's box. Don't
need to bring the apocalypse.
Yeah.
No.
I prefer as a vampire to prolong and postpone the apocalypse because fresh meat.
Do you know what movie I loved? And I find some of these horror movies or myth movies romantic, and it maybe I need to get another dog. But I found my other favorite movie is Dracula.
Which one though?
Oh, the one with Keanu Reeves. That and yeah, and I forget the other actor's name. I'm sorry.
Like Constantine or something, or
I don't.
Interview with a Vampire.
No, not that one. Not that one. No, that was a great one too. I loved that one. Elon, behave yourself.
Listen, it's getting closer. I'm not gonna lie.
Elon, no, you're gonna come. Elon, fly in your ship over to Ireland.
So I had to turn the fan off because I have just underwear on underneath this thing.
He is.
And the fan is really cold under here. So
right, it's cold. You're in Rhode Island. You said I can tell where you're at.
He is wet. He is like sweated. I tell you, but that's a great. I mean, I'd wear that going into the gym. Imagine on the treadmill on that.
I'm gonna wear it to the gym tomorrow morning at 4:00 in the morning, and I'll record myself.
You do live. Go live.
Go live.
Yes.
Go live. It's like Elon's doing the running and he's carrying you.
Yeah, until my foot gets stuck in the treadmill and there goes Adam.
Yeah. You're going with it. Yeah, that movie, Dracula. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. They make romances out of something that's a little horror, I think.
I'm thinking of the Dracula with Leslie Nielsen. The comedy one.
Oh, he's brilliant. But he comes up like this. He just comes off like this.
What was the name of the town, city, and state?
Nick, you can do that. Just Nick, because I know when Nick goes back, his picture comes out of camera frame. So Nick, cross your hands on your chest and just kind of bring yourself back up, and then you can come into the screen. Nick, I think there's a spider on your face. It's not a spider. Yeah, it's not a spider. It's just a glitch.
It's the green screen effects.
Nick, Nick, do me a favor, lie back, will you? That we take you had a shot, and then put your hands across you, and then and just come hello.
Boy, see, it's too bad my chair can't go all the way back.
All the way back.
So just like, well, I can't. I wish it could though, so I can kind of like replicate that scene from Nosferatu where he's rising from his grave.
I can't feel my eyebrow. There's so much makeup on it.
I know.
I'm not. Look, I've got one missing eyebrow, and I'm everything's like, rip these off, and then the scary face does come in.
I got a missing eyebrow too, but it's not makeup.
I'm gonna do that to mine because my eye keeps tearing, and every time it does, I'm taking off my makeup.
I know. I hate that. I hate that when
it's tearing. It's literally like tearing. I don't wear makeup. What was the town? This is from Keith. What was the name of the town, city, state, or county of your last paranormal session or paranormal investigation? Oh, the Lord. Who do we give this? We give it to all of us.
The county and the state?
Of your last paranormal session.
Last paranormal session. like a real one besides like, you know, I did travel to Texas recently and I was in an Airbnb and I was out in the middle of the country, and I like to go back and speak with indigenous, like hauntings didn't start just when, you know, Europeans came over. So I sat in the Airbnb and tried to communicate with local indigenous people. So that was fun. I did not get any EVPs, although I felt like there was stuff moving. There was, you know, there was sliding noises and that sort of thing. But yeah, that was in Central Texas at an Airbnb.
Adam, are you taking a selfie?
Yes,
I know you are. I know you are.
I took a couple screenshots already.
Yeah, let's all take a selfie. Let's all take a selfie. Oh, I forgot mine's on a bloody countdown for crying out loud.
Oh my God.
Flash. Why the
3, 2, 1.
I don't have my phone with me, unfortunately. So
don't worry, I'll screenshot that and send it to you.
Yeah, we'll send these on to you. I'm going to take another one because there was stuff in my way. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. Ready? Oh, sugar, look. My goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm getting too hot. Ready? I hope that came out right. I hope it came out right.
So,
funny.
Paranormal session, huh?
Yes.
I mean, I said about the USS Salem, but
Louise. That's Louise. She's coming to Redwood Castle with me in November. She was in Spike Island last night in Cork, so my God, I need to know about that. But yes, welcome, Louise. Welcome. This is what you get. We have Elon here. Elon is the green one. So sorry, Adam and Elon. What you saying?
No, I was just trying to think of. I've been on some locations, but like a lot of them had no fruition. They didn't have like nothing really good came out of it. USS Salem was probably the most recent one that had a lot of activity. But next year, I'm actually going to be on a documentary, and the place we're going to is going to be probably, I can't say where.
Can you whisper?
And who you're going to be with, and where are you going, and what time should I be there?
Yes.
I can't do it.
When can I book my ticket?
So yes, we're going to do it next year. And it's called Within Haunted Walls, and
nice.
That's probably going to be the most intricate investigation of the year.
Oh gosh, we're so intrigued. I don't know. What about yourself, Mr. Muley? What about yourself?
Oh man. See, honestly, like this year, I haven't, like, for example, I really have. I mean, other than Wildwood, I haven't really been on a lot of investigations this year. So
you did a fantastic talk a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I did that. There was that, which was I had that incredible my debut of being a speaker for the first time. That was
freaking awesome. That was awesome. How did you feel? Like your first time?
I'll be honest. I actually was nervous when this was going on, but it was that kind of thing. You're like, you ever have that feeling like when something's coming up, you're like extremely nervous about it, but when it finally does occur, it's like it just vanishes. But it actually made it even better for me because obviously you couldn't see it. You couldn't see the audience, so I can only tell you how it from what I remember was that because it was right on the screen, so you couldn't see anybody.
Oh my gosh!
But what was crazy about it was when I got started, there was only 2 people that were in the room, and some people will think, well, that sounds really bad. Well, like, but for me, I was like, you know what? That's fine with me because like at least I don't have to walk up to a huge crowd right in front of me and talk there. This makes things easier for me. So I get started, and by the time it was all over, again, couldn't see what was going on behind the computer, but when I was done, because I obviously had this broadcast on the networks, so the people that were actually there, it got up to about 30 people. And then additionally, like those who watched online, there was an additional 10. So I only started with 2 people in the beginning. And by the time it was all over, I had 40 people
Nice.
That's awesome. And then because 40 people are watching you, and it's kind of it's nervous. It's nervousness, but then you just be you and talk what you know, your knowledge.
Exactly.
And then it flows in. It really does.
Well, furthermore, I was also the very first speaker at this event, and I still remember that after I was done, because there was like 4 or 5 other 6 speakers that followed after me. First off, one of those speakers ended up leaving, which we still to this day don't know why she left. But the others that followed after me, they did not have as big of an audience like I did. Like the second one after me, he had about half of what I had. And then by the time they got to these other ones, it was really low. So I had the best audience.
You opened the floor for it, and then everyone else had to follow after you.
That's right.
Nick, I'd be like, okay.
Nick, you're very interesting. You have a fantastic voice. You speak with authority, and you know what's going on. You're confident. Whether you think you're feeling that or not, you exude confidence, and that is a lot of public speaking. So
absolutely. And anybody anyone knows you and knows you are, like I was watching one night about movies and so on, and oh my gosh, you had I'm not even going to say the name because I'm going to forget it. I'm not even going to say the movie because I don't know, I forget the name. But I did comment saying that you are the encyclopedia of movies.
That's what everybody said.
You are the encyclopedia of movies. That I was on with yourself and Don one night, and we were talking about movies, and I kind of piped up when I knew about the movie that I had watched before. But the other movies, I'm kind of like, these are all old movies I should have watched, but I haven't. But I will.
There's actually a funny story I got to say to you guys. I mean, this happened during my presentation that I had. Was in the later part of the video, if you guys saw it, was where I did a top 6 on creepypastas. Because obviously there are so many of them that there was no way I was going to be able to cover all of them. So I'm about to get to the top 6, and you can't see again. As I'm about to get started, suddenly the door opens and this guy comes walking in. But he's not alone, obviously. After he walks in, he brings his daughter, who is this like petite little girl. I mean, I don't even think she was 10. She had to have been 7 or 8, maybe even 6. And when they walked in, you can't see my reaction, but because I was thinking in my head, I mean, oh no, now we got a little kid here that's going to be seeing all this disturbing, crazy stuff. And I had to say something, saying, just so you guys know, we're about to get to something that's going to be kind of graphic, disturbing, and certainly terrifying. And I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, she's not going to last more than 5 minutes.
Really?
So that's what I was thinking. But she made it through the entire countdown.
Some kids are into it.
Well, until we got to number 1. And number 1, which was the most notorious creepypasta of them all, is undoubtedly Slender Man. And as soon as I got
you didn't.
And the kids are really into Slender Man too, so she's probably heard of them already.
What happened was, as soon as that showed up, that's when they left. And I'm thinking to myself, I must have given this kid now nightmares for life. But here's the funny twist, though. Afterwards, is that
it's so funny.
When I was done with my presentation, I went back to the actual where all the vendor tables were, and I was chatting with some of the vendors, and all of a sudden that same kid came up to me, and now I could. When I said small, she was like knee high, like my knee heights. That's how tiny she was. Yeah, she was so tiny. And I love the way how Adam's walking right now.
Adam, just stand back a little bit because you look like honest to God, Elon is so tall.
Well, so what happened was that same kid later came up to me, and she literally says to me, "I know some of those."
You need to put some music on for Elon. Sorry,
what did
Nick.
She say?
Came up to me and she says, "I know some of those stories that you were talking about."
Really?
I was like, really? And I really wanted to ask her, saying, "And how old are you?" Because they're not really age appropriate stories for a kid that age. But either way, it was just something that I guess I still really appreciate. And in the video too, I didn't really get that many questions. There was only 2 people who asked me questions at this, and among one of the questions was the kid's dad asking me a question. And so I even had a kid who loved this stuff, even though it wasn't really age appropriate for her. So if she was a teenager, I wouldn't have cared.
I think Goose. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think some of the Goosebumps stories can be a little bit crazy. So she's, it's a little bit scary, and she's right at that age. I don't know. I think that it's kind of wonderful that she's.
My daughter's 7 years old, and she's fascinated with what I do. And she goes, "Dad, can I go with you on these hunts?" I'm like, no. That's one thing I
really. Oh my God.
I don't approve of that, especially like if we have people that come like, "Oh, can my 10-year-old kid come?" I'm like, listen,
no,
I don't think it's appropriate because we know what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
We know what the possibilities can happen to us, and we're accepting that. Kids they're too gullible.
They're not at the age of consent. That's for sure. Although with some younger teenagers, they were maybe 13, 14 years old. I did give like a tour of a graveyard with them. But what I did was I did it in a very educational way. Like, this is how you would approach with respect. This is how these are some of the questions you might ask. You don't come in and be an idiot. I didn't say that, but that sort of thing, and I felt like it was more of a service, and they really loved it. I was recording the entire time, and I got an EVP second. It was just like blah, 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 blah. Like everything that was said by the kids got responses. It was really weird. But I did casually, although I was very interested, I would contact the parents for a few days afterwards. Like, how's everything going? Oh, that was fun. What's going on with you? Like, I wanted them to say, like, oh, well, my son, his head is spinning on his shoulders and he's floating 6 feet above his bed.
Oh, no.
But no, everybody was fine. But I know it's a very controversial thing, but it was someone that I had actually gone to school with back in the day in high school, and they still keep up with me now. And they were like, my kids are obsessed with this, and I want to do this for birthday. Will you do it? And I did do it. And I put a lot of consideration into how that was going to play out and how it would be as safe as I could possibly make it anyway. So, but just, okay. So this brings me to, it just blew past me. What about pregnant women on dangerous investigations? What
that's a no.
I would say no as well.
Yeah.
I would definitely say no. And when it's not even, like, oh my gosh, say in your location there's no steps, it's just flat floor and whatever, you can trip on a bloody flat floor.
Or if you're going down like a steep set of stairs, or even if you got to like, if you go to like an abandoned location, legally that is, because I've always told, like, especially a lot of newcomers that want to investigate with us, saying that every time, especially when we go to such locations like that, people always think it's exciting, it's a lot of fun. There are times where it does sometimes become a little dangerous, and I told them there are times that some of these places we go to, we sometimes encounter, broken staircases or collapsed floors, or if you're in a cemetery after dark, you could trip over a gravestone.
Right.
So things that you have to be very careful about.
This was the same person. The first time that I met her, her husband was writing a book about the city we were in, and I was the city's expert. So they brought me in, like, let's go to this place. And we got there, and it was a physically safe place. It was a university, right? They had some. I just wonder what Elon was
doing to Adam.
So when we first got there, so technically it's safe, but I don't know if this person gets startled and runs. I don't know, that sort of thing. That's what bothered me. I'm like, oh my God, she's very pregnant. I'm not going to tell her what to do, even though this is Texas. I'm sorry, I'll leave that out. But I'm not going to tell her what to do, but I'm startled. I was startled. So that all went well. So, so he's like, okay, I have a second location. This was a few months later. I have a second location. I really enjoyed working with you. I'm writing another book. Let's go do this. And I'm like, okay, let's go there. The woman brought the newborn.
Oh.
And I was sitting there going, I was sitting in the car going, do I even get out of the car? Do I get out of the car? I don't. I can't tell her what to do. He's right.
You can.
You can. You're obligated.
This man.
Big time. Holy mother.
I mean, a newborn, you guys.
That's just.
You know how many times I've been on investigations with the public? Like, I used to help run the tours at a local house, and you know how many times people would like just panic, turn their flashlight on, and zoom it right in my eyes, and you're blinded for God knows how long afterwards.
Yeah.
And I've almost fell downstairs because of it. Like when I go on investigations, I don't use flashlights. Well, why not? My eyes acclimate to the dark, and I can see.
Yes.
I don't use flashlights either. People think I'm crazy. They're like, "You just walking around the dark?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So it's like not.
I do for safety.
I don't want to come off as the wrong words to say this, but like blind people, when they're blind, their other senses.
Yes,
they're in tune with it.
So it's the same aspect with me when I go into these locations. I also don't want to have a flashlight. I keep turning it on and off. Then my eyes have to keep on acclimating to the dark. But there's been times when like I'm literally by myself and I'll come around the corner and they get scared. They're like, whoosh, in my face. And I'm like, I'm blinded. I'm almost falling downstairs.
There was one
I
time
do take the flashlight with me just for safety for me.
So do I. But there was actually one occasion I remember a few years ago. I had one of those flashlights like you attach to your hat on.
Yeah.
No.
You guys know where this is going. I was investigating with Mike Ricksecker actually at the Mineral Springs Hotel. And when we got I got the light ready because we were in the basement of the hotel because there's the empty swimming pool down there. So I was doing it for safety reasons. But what I did not realize was the flashlight that I was using, which was one of those really bright ones, would blind people in the eyes.
Yeah, I know.
But it was also because it was attached to the hat. So we're like, "Hey, Nick." I shot it.
Yeah. I have one. I have two of them, but I never use them because I know when people look at me, it's just kind of like all I'm looking at is like a spotlight, and I cannot see a face.
Well, it's great to acclimate and all that, but if I'm doing events, you're right, and other people's safety is part of what I'm doing. I definitely light stairways. I say, "Okay, everybody, look around. Now we're gonna turn off the lights so that we can listen and see and all, that sort of thing."
Well, we'll turn the flashlight off, and I always say torch. And someone says, I remember somebody, I can't remember who said it to me about a torch, and I'm like, "Yeah, I use a torch." I'm like, "What? Like a stick and fire?" And I'm like, "No."
Right, they're like so medieval of you.
No, it's a torch. And like, "You mean a flashlight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, a torch." It's like you're going through the woods with a stick and flame, and I'm like,
separated by a common language is what that's called.
How about a camera? How about a flash from a camera?
Oh,
it's people, well, they don't tell you, "Hey guys, I'm gonna shoot a shot."
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have to say, I remember one on last night in location saying, "Flash." So we know to close our eyes or look away from it. And then it doesn't, you do your picture and then we can open our eyes up again. When I do use a torch, it's just to point it on the ground. And not
so you don't trip, no trip hazards.
Yeah.
But the whole flash thing, this lady I was with, I said, you just give us a warning if you're going to take a pic, with the flash or whatever. So flash, and then she's like, "Flash, flash, flash." I'm like, "You can just say I'm going to take a series of pictures. You don't, because then I had a few days later, I'm listening back for EVPs, and this bitch is just saying flash, flash, flash. That location is going to get another ghost because if I have to see her again, I'm going to strangle her.
I would have done the same thing.
Hi, Pamela. Hi, Pamela. Happy Halloween, Pamela, to you too. Hello. And hi, Jeremy York. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good.
We're not worthy.
And look, Elon, Jeremy.
I have to put his hands under my ass because if not, he tries to touch me.
If not.
But so how about going to locations with people that are very loud and eccentric and they get
can I just mute my microphone right now because oh my goodness. No.
Well, I had these ladies. I did a castle in the US and they were sitting there. I'm like, "Listen, you gotta don't whisper, use your indoor voices and just try not to talk as much at all." But they were from New Jersey. So they had this loud thing, and then
I'm just laughing immediately when you said New Jersey.
Happy Halloween, Jeremy.
Yeah, and then it's like, is that okay? I'm like, no, don't whisper. Just use your inside voice. So when we go over this afterwards, like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, oh my God, you're just ruining everybody's audio. Can you just stop?
Just stop.
You know what? I think I've learned
I
because
probably would be laughing later on because it was like, yeah, you'd be pissed off. You'd be pissed off first,
yeah,
but then you just kind of be laughing like crazy after.
You would love this.
It can get uncomfortable when people never stop talking during an investigation, and you don't want to be that person that goes, "Shut up." But sometimes
I'm that person. I will do that.
I don't take public with me. I don't.
5 minutes, 10 minutes of silence, please. I'll say stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
I will take guests with me, but I don't take public with me. I'll take friends with me who hasn't been in an investigation before, or people who I know who is interested in it, and of course they can come with me. But I do keep it down to 6 or below completely.
Yeah.
But I always say, if you have to say something, talk in your normal voice.
Yeah.
Don't whisper, because I do audio. And then I've learned if they do whisper, I will kind of tag it on my recorder, just saying for the sake of audio.
They'll hear you talking about them. We'll be like, a gentleman just was whispering. So like, and you tell them, I've got to say this on my audio so that I don't mistake you for an EVP. But after 2 or 3 times of you saying, this bitch over here is talking, they go, oh, she's talking about me. I better stop. Whispering, that sort of thing. Like lady whispering. They're like embarrassed. It's kind of like
we had this lady one time she was really nice. Don't get me wrong, really nice. But she was like, she liked another person that was there, but didn't tell that person. So when she was by herself, she was like, "Oh my God, he's gorgeous!" Like didn't know that we hear everything, or like people that like keep their recording on their legs and they fart or their stomach goes off. I'm like, I hear everything.
Yes, yeah.
So when I do these public investigations, I'm like, listen, just so you know, if you have a camera and you're in the bathroom, turn it off, please. I don't want to see anything I don't want to see, or like.
I don't want to hear what you had for dinner.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
So Shanley Hotel, right? Shanley.
I
had just gotten this new CCTV system, and things happen in all the rooms. And I was like, there's going to be cameras in all your rooms. So just remember that when you're sleeping, don't undress in front of the camera, that sort of thing. I will never watch like 6 or 7 people sleep for 8 hours because you have to review it all for it, right? And the farting and the snoring. I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting here wasting my life watching this person snore and fart for 8 hours just so I can catch an EVP. I was like, it's not worth it.
So I actually made the mistake one time. So this one of the investigators, Trisha, she bought a glasses, but they had a camera in it. So she goes, Adam, do you want to use it? I'm like, yeah, I'll use it. So I had it on the whole entire night. And then I forgot that I had it on. I go to the bathroom.
Oh, you didn't go to the bathroom.
And I'm like, oh, shit. And I turned it off. I was like, well.
And so, Adam, do you still have that video?
I know. Like, we'll have to look at that.
Do you still have that video, Adam?
Where is that secret footage?
Yeah.
Good thing is I go over the footage. So,
crap.
I can delete things.
Well, that same hotel at the Shanley, 2 of the guys that were on the team or whatever, I had told everybody, don't get undressed in front of the cameras. Well, it was late. I deal with a lot of stuff. I went to my room immediately, took off my shirt, and I went, oh my God. And I threw the shirt over the camera because I remembered. So I walked back downstairs to the main area, and they're standing right in front of the monitor. And I go, "Oh my God, did you guys see me in I was in a bra. I was like, did you guys see me in my bra?" And they couldn't speak. They just go.
Just like no comments.
It was so funny. They just shook their head yes, and they were red like a tomato.
No, we didn't see anything as they were recording their video.
I know.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's probably on the dark web by now.
You know, it's me bloodshotting my cameras.
Oh yeah. So Jeremy
I'm so freaking jealous. No one does that for me. Oh my goodness. I'm so jealous. No one does that for me. No one gives me butt cameras or butt shots, for Christ's sake. Thanks.
Yeah. Hello. Donk. Look at that alien, but donk.
Thanks, Elon. Oh, dear Lord. Take the wheel. Oh my God, Nick, your eyes ever tear with the bloody makeup?
It actually just did not too long ago.
Did it? Look
not
at me!
much, but
I'm wiping my makeup away with the
Yeah.
I know I hate it when it happens.
Hit my microphone.
Evidence reviews trying to figure out which butt plugs.
Oh no,
Right, Jeremy, I know.
Jeremy, put them up, and we can all figure out who gets the prizes of like if you it's like spot the arse. Well, if you show some faces, we can spot an arse.
Yeah, a pet peeve too is when you're filming and they don't give you a chance to get in front of them so that you can get their face, and so you got all these shots of just following people up the stairs. And it's just ass after ass after ass, and sometimes I just wonder why.
I know.
Especially if you have like friends that your team's friendly. I have video and pictures of people like just catching us at the most awkward time. Yeah. Like, oh, there's no bathroom. I'm trying to pee behind the bush over here, and it's like,
really?
Stop it! Just no more of this stuff, guys.
I do that.
Yeah.
But they're always giving out to me when I take the pictures, and I'm like, well, don't give me an opportunity to do it. Do it.
Surprise!
But I do like to do it. I can't. I have to see without my glasses. Look, oh my goodness, it's coming up to closing up time, lads.
Mm-hmm.
Drink up. Look at me in my glasses now. Time to go home.
Time to go.
I know.
Time to go home, folks. We've all got homes to go to. That's what they say in the pubs here in Ireland. Time to go home. Oh, let me tell you that before we leave. But in the pubs in Ireland, it's like, time to go home, folks. We've all got homes to go to. Well, like, one more. But now in Ireland, and this is not paranormal at all, they were cut on, like a few years ago, they wanted to stop off license in Ireland to curb the drinking in Ireland. Which was hilarious. I know, right? But now, next year, the pubs are staying up until, they're going to open at 10:30 in the morning.
Yes.
They are not closing until 12:30 at night. And the nightclubs are going on until 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I said,
Jesus,
this is in Ireland. And I said, and like 1 minute they're trying to stop people from, drinking because it's Ireland and we all got a problem. And you have a problem. And now they're kind of like, y'all trying to make the money. And I said to my twin, let's try these out, legs and bones out. Let's see if we can keep going. Because I can go until 6. Let me tell you, I can sit here and go until about 6 or 7.
I don't know how you do it. Yeah.
But just being on the computer and doing stuff or watching shows or being part of shows or whatever, I can do it. Like, I'm exhausted, but I can do it. So I said to my twin, I said, she's a marathon runner. Like, I am not running unless the off license is closing in 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's when I can run. I'm joking, really. But she's a marathon runner. So I said to my twin, let's try and do this. Let's see if we can stay up all night. Well, I was told many Irish words in English, but in the Irish slang words, what I could do with myself. But I would, the only thing that would stop me, there'd be a lot of 20-something-year-olds there. I would do it just to say, hey, frick it, so what? Do it. Bloody do it. If I do it in my living room, let's do it in the nightclub until 6 in the morning. I would try it out one time. I know many people are saying, no.
I've been a bouncer. I was a bouncer for 15 years.
I
tell you, no.
It's like after like 1 or 2 in the morning, it's just the cocaine crowd. I'm going to be really honest.
I know, but I was like, but now that I think about it, I like to look at my heels and not wear them.
Oh God!
Question: are you going to have 1 drink per hour?
Hell no! What?
Because when you go out to these 6 o'clock benders, you can't drink too much because I don't know how much you can drink. But 2 hours, I'm done. Can't walk straight.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Elon's carrying me home like always.
Elon, you see,
you go to the bathroom and you stay in there for like 20 minutes and take a quick nap.
I honestly, I have to go to the bathroom so bad, and there's no front zipper to this.
Sanguine, is that like something that has happened before to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what bathrooms are for. You pee, but you take a quick nap in there. You don't, No, I don't know if Jeremy York's still watching, but I don't drink anymore. But this is not why, but there's this like famous like time we were on a video chat just talking. We weren't with the public, but I was drinking Grand Marnier neat by itself. And Jenny tells me that I just laid my head down on the computer and like slept for 20 minutes. And
me and Jeremy, me and Jeremy were on that video together with you, and me and Jeremy like, no, she's still awake. She's still awake. And then all of a sudden we can hear this.
At least that was a quiet snore.
Like she was asleep. She was done. And I'm like, and Jeremy was making he was making food in the microwave, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. And then Robin is like sleeping, and I'm like, sleeping. Do I get myself another gin and tonic and watch one sleep and one eat?
No, that was so funny. I didn't mind like passing out in front of you, but I was embarrassed that I passed out in front of York. That's for sure.
Oh no! Let me tell you. I think I tell you, I give that man. Sometimes I don't know. Kept waiting and waiting.
Somebody's got to pee.
So I gotta go, guys. I gotta pick up my my daughter, and I'm going like this too.
Please do. That's what I was saying.
Go like that. Go like that.
She's mad at me because I bought this just for the podcast, right? So me and her are matching Grim Reapers. We look exactly the same. And she see me. She goes, "You didn't tell me you're buying a new one. Where's mine?" I'm like, "They don't have this in your size." She goes, "Well, guess what? You can't wear it." I'm like,
"Oh, the Lord."
Calm down, sassy 7-year-old. I'll do what I please.
You need to carry her while you're in the outfit or whatever, and make her like,
oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, right. You haven't seen my daughter. My daughter's 7 years old, but she's 90 pounds.
Oh,
she's a brick shit house, and I cannot carry her for a long period of time. Sorry, Juliana. Daddy loves you. I didn't mean anything.
No, she's solid. Right?
Now she's gonna pop my Elon. But
she
guys,
is
it was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Adam and Elon, for coming in. It was great to have this night with you and Halloween Eve. Thank you. Well, we'll definitely do it again.
I'm also gonna go out to eat with her with this on as well. So I'll send some pictures to you guys.
You got it. You have to. You have to. Have a good trip. Listen, tell Juliana we said hi, and tell out to Pop a pin and Elon.
No, leave Elon's ass alone. All right, guys. Have a good
night. Good night, Adam. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Funny.
Wait. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We're gonna wait like 5 minutes. I'll be getting text saying, Jennifer, we're still on. So we're gonna head off here now. We're gonna come off. We've been on now for our 2-hour time slot. We're gonna come off here now. I want to say thank you both so much. Really, it was awesome. It was brilliant that you would join me on Shadow Whispers on the night, and you always come on. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
Always my pleasure.
Oh, I love you guys, and I really do. I would talk all night.
Yes, and you look phenomenal, by the way, just phenomenal.
Thank you. I cannot wait to take it off me.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you. You look freaking amazing. Nick looks amazing. Look at those ears. I
know the Nosferatu
from a movie. I know that from a movie, and like I never expected the ears. That's so funny. That's so funny, and the dark eyes. Your teeth and your head, and no, I don't mean your head. I mean your horns. I don't mean your head. Oh Lord! I tell you, this 2 hours feels like an hour.
It did. It went by really fast,
right?
Yeah,
it did, and it was brilliant. Yeah. And it's like it is now 35 minutes to Halloween here, official Halloween. There's a friend of mine in Ireland, and he's doing a 5-hour podcast. And he's still on right now. Anthony Kerrigan from Ghost Era. He's doing Ghost Era. He started at 9 o'clock. He's finishing up, I think, at 1 o'clock. So he's playing. He has some brilliant, amazing guests on tonight. He is playing Phantoms of Leap Castle. When he joined myself, Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers last year, along with guests joining us, and he filmed the night Phantoms of Leap Castle. So that is going to be the end of his show. He's going to be playing that. I think I'm on it somewhere. I hope I am. I'm there somewhere in that castle. Yeah. But that will be on. I think he's finishing up at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to jump in and watch him as well, because I said I always jump in and support others as well. So I'm going to say, I'm looking for my thingamajigger here. I'm going to say thank you to everyone who watched, who comment, everything. As always, have a very happy Halloween and a safe Halloween. I shall be back on next week. I keep going to say your name,
Desanguin.
I keep thinking of Penguin.
I know. It's actually one of my names in World of Warcraft. I play It's one of my demon names or whatever. So my character.
I keep putting the D into it, the P into a D, Desanguin. And okay. Nick. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, as always. Always. I love your knowledge. And I love Nick. Oh, thank you so much. And I love Desanguin's knowledge in the paranormal as well. We need to do a show together. We need to get up a few topics and do a show together.
Yeah.
Okay, everything nitty gritty. And I love this subject tonight about the movies and, you know, I just love all of it. I love all of it. But I'm going to shut up now in a second. Pull these lashes off my eyes. Pull them off my eyes. I'm going to take us in the background for 2 seconds and show us your teeth. Did you brush your teeth today? Desanguin, did you brush your teeth?
Yes, with blood.
No, I did too.
Did you all brush your teeth? Show me your teeth.
It's a little bit bright for me because of the screen on the TV.
That's because they're so clean.
I brush my teeth up and down the neck and up and down the neck.
I knew she'd say that.
Actually,
give me 2 seconds. Sorry, go ahead.
I would have said, actually, I remember hearing this from something, but, you know, if there was someone familiar on that I was, like, hanging out with last night, I would have said, good to have you back on. I've missed you and your lovely neck.
Ooh. Look at this one's neck. Desanguin? Holy Lord. Oh, okay.
It's shading. It's makeup. It really doesn't look like that.
That's freaking shading. Crap. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, that's not. I do have collarbones, but they're not. If I take the shading off, I'm just like
freaking awesome.
I know it's fun, right?
God, you're so great. That's awesome. I'm gonna give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna bring us into the background. Stay there for a tickety-boo, and we're gonna say good night. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Happy
from
Halloween.
all of us. Happy Halloween.